What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I'm gonna be going over Holy War Trader Meliodas and his best teams that you can run in PvP. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about units that actually work super well with Trader Meliodas, and kind of like giving you guys ideas for team builds that you can run if you wanted to give this Trader Meliodas a try and actually do well in PvP with him. So this is just gonna be like general builds you can run, and multiple team comps you can actually give Trader Meliodas that'll do well. So I'm gonna list off a bunch of units first, and then I'll go on my Grand Cross and I'll show you guys some like team builds that we can kind of go with, right? So let's hop in. Before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. It's 2022, man. I hit 14k last year. It's time to hit 15k this year, man. If you guys aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe, and let's hop into the video. All right, so Trader Meliodas first off is going to be the main character on the team. You guys already know we're talking about his team build. So if you guys don't know what Trader Meliodas does, he's going to have his passive right here, which is going to be when an ally uses a single target attack skill, increases all stats of the hero by 6% up to 5 times for 3 turns. When 2 or more single target attack skills are used within the same turn, decreases allies damage taken from enemies by 8% up to 40%, which stays forever, by the way. This is just like, on the field forever as a gray buff, and you're like literally just like chilling with Trader Meliodas. And you got amplify single target, you got pierce AoE, and then you got on his ultimate, he's gonna remove buffs and stances on all enemies, decreases enemies all stats by 5% for 2 turns, and inflict cleave damage equal to 585% of attack on all enemies. Cleave is additional damage equal to 50% times the crit damage minus 100%. So yeah, and then pierce rate, as you guys know, is 3 times your pierce rate for damage, and then amplify is depending on the amount of buffs. You do 30% more damage per buff on self. So Trader Meliodas, it looks like he's gonna need what buffs? He's gonna need, a lot of attack. He's gonna need pierce. He's gonna need a lot of stuff like that. So that's already giving us some ideas on what we can actually run with Trader Meliodas. First character I'm going to suggest you guys run with Trader Meliodas is going to be Green Gulter. Green Gulter is a staple on any team that you would just run as just a character. Like Green Gulter giving you the attack related stats by 7% at the start of every turn. Super valuable. Having rank up ability, right? And then having dissolve as well, so they can't push ultimate. Green Gulter is just such a valuable unit, and if you have him, you might as well just use him, bro. Like if you just have Green Gulter, just give him a shot. He's really, really good. He's definitely going to be one of the better characters you can use with Trader Meliodas. Next one that I thought of that would be a really good another character you can actually run with Trader Meliodas as well would be the Ragnarok Diane, the Blessing of the Earth Diane. There's no picture here for her, but you guys know it's the small Diane, but it's the the one that came out with Brunhilde. So this one is really good because she actually does double single target, and if you guys don't know, Meliodas does get his stats increased by 6% when they're doing single target. So having double single target is good, and then she also has the passive where in PvP removes 3 buffs and debuffs on the enemy when the hero uses a skill, increases damage dealt by 40% for each buff or debuff removed. So she's going to be really powerful with Trader Meliodas, if you guys know, because of the fact that she's doing single target attacks and then removing debuffs on opposing Trader Meliodas. So she's going to be a really, really good option if you guys actually want to run her as well. And then her ultimate is super strong too, because like it's increasing all allies damage dealt by 7% for 2 turns and inflicting damage equal to 500% of attack on all enemies. Just a strong, very strong unit regardless of everything, right? So definitely one of the characters you could use on the team. The next character I'm going to suggest to put on the team as well is going to be Droll. Droll is, he's not a character that's like super strong, but he does actually give you guys the commandment here, which is going to apply resistance. It's going to apply a buff that increases resistance for 30% every time an ally takes damage. So if Meliodas is taking damage, he's getting more buffs for his amplifier, right, which is really strong. And then Droll also has a taunt as well. He also has a single target petrifier, which will also come into play with his passive, right? So he's actually going to buff him up a little bit. His ultimate won't, but his single target attacks will, which is good. And then, yeah, like Droll's not about a bad character you can run because he has the petrify. He's increasing his attack, fairly decent unit. He's not the best, but he's definitely an option if you guys want to like draw away the damage from Meliodas and also get him buffed up as well. So next character we're going to talk about is Goddess Elizabeth. Goddess Elizabeth, I think, actually has a chance to come back in the meta because of Trader Meliodas. And the reason for that is because she gives Trader Meliodas a buff with her shield, right? And it's a strong shield too, because it nullifies all like card effects excluding Rupture. So any card effect that it hits into the shield is going to be nullified, right? So that's really strong, giving Trader Meliodas one buff. Her other card is going to be a stun card, which is single target, right? So it's going to be single target stun, and that's also going to come into play with Trader Meliodas's his passive right there. And then having revive on Goddess Elizabeth is going to be super strong too, because if Trader Meliodas dies, he's going to be revived and he's going to be still alive on the field, which is very, very strong, man. And then having reflect ultimate and healing, Goddess Elizabeth is just such a good unit, and even still to this day, she's not bad, man. You can still definitely run her on the team and she'll do really good. But yeah, and then next character on the list is going to be the 1 Esnor. The 1 Esnor is not a bad character to run as well, because you have double single target. You know, as you guys can kind of see, like the main like idea we're going for is just having single target skills and also being like a good unit, right? And the 1 Esnor as a unit is really good because you're gonna increase his stacks by 6% every turn, kind of like Trader Meliodas in a way, right? But yeah, double single target on the ultimate. He's really good, so just kind of support Meliodas. And I have Hijack Gother here, just in case you don't have the other Green Gother, right? Hijack Gother's not bad. He's like a bootleg Green Gother, and you can run him on the team just because he has single target here, right? He has single target. He's gonna increase all allies' attack-related stats and max HP by 1%, right? More tankiness for the team. He's also gonna disable buffs for rank 2 and above, and then also like anything like past like rank 2 and 3. He's just gonna disseal everything, right? Like Gother just becomes like such a nuisance like on the rank 2 and 3 of this card, right? But just like disabling ultimates, like disabling any skills above 2, like disabling everything. Like it's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. Like you actually just can't attack. And then on the ultimate, he's gonna delete skills, which is not that bad, right? So Hijack Gother is definitely an option. That's only though if you don't have Green Gother. I think like Hijack Gother is an option, but Green Gother I think will always be like the main staple you run on the team. But it is an option as well. Next character is going to be Kyo. Kyo, I think, is a really good unit for Trader Meliodas, and the reason for that is because he's going to apply ignites on the enemy and increase your damage dealt and also increase your damage reduction. And Meliodas, if you guys don't know, actually increases damage reduction based on the amount of single targets used in the turn. When 2 or more single target attack skills are used within the same turn, decreases allies' damage taken 8% up to 40%, alongside with Kyo's ignites getting the 5% damage reduction as well. It's just super strong, man. Like you're actually just not going to take any damage. Kyo is such a broken unit. He has single target on his first skill, AoE on his second skill, unfortunately, but it's still gonna his first skill is gonna come into play, and then he has single target on his ult, so not bad. He's actually really, really good with Trader Meliodas. Yeah, moving on. Next character, Margaret Ludo. Margaret Ludo, I think, is really good for the team, mainly because of her buff skill. Because if you rank this up and get a rank 3 and give it to Trader Meliodas, you have 5 buffs that you just gave to Trader Meliodas. And he has Amplifies, so he's going to do a lot of damage because of that, right? So there's big damage. He has Charge AoE, which is not the craziest, right? But it's gonna do a decent amount of damage herself. She's gonna increase her Goddess Race stats, right? It's not bad. And then she has her ultimate, which is single target sever. At 6 out of 6, she gets block effect, but that's like if you're a whale. But yeah, Margaret Ludo's not bad, just mainly for the buffs that she provides. I think she's really good. So definitely an option. And then the next character we got here is going to be Ludociel, the regular Ludo. And regular Ludo is actually not bad either, because he's going to lower the defense-related stats of the enemy who has a combat class lower than him by 40%. And Meliodas is going to take a lot of advantage with that because he has Pierce, right? And that's going to hit through his enemy's defense-related stats and like the resistance, like all of that. And then Amplify is also going to hit very hard as well, just like getting the crits and stuff, right? So that's really good. And then he can evade. He can't get hit by Petrify, Freeze, or Stun, which is really strong. He has a first single target skill right here, which does 600%, and then he has AoE Rupture, which could be good to break like opposing Liz shields or even do like damage to like any teams that have multiple buffs on the team, which is good. And then he has the Barrier Ultimate, which is strong. So yeah, Ludo I think is a really good unit as well. That's an option to run on the team. And then my final, team character suggestion is going to be Blue Lilia. And Blue Lilia is a very old unit, right? But the reason I would suggest running her, and it depends on the team obviously, but I would suggest running her if you bring her for mainly for her passive for Meliodas, because if you guys don't know what Blue Lilia does, and if you haven't played with her in the past, Blue Lilia is going to increase all allies pierce rate by the value equal to 50% of the hero's pierce rate, right? So if you have 50% pierce rate, you're giving 25% pierce rate to Meliodas on top of his 85% base. So if you're trying to increase your pierce rate damage, you bring Blue Lilia and you give her pierce rolls, right? That's what's going to be the play if you want to actually increase your damage. So these are the characters I recommend you actually run with Trader Meliodas. Now let's hop on the game and I'll kind of show you guys some team builds that we can run. Alright, so I'm not on Devo's account or anything. I'm on my main account, so Trader Meliodas is not out on global yet. But in the meantime, I guess what we'll do is we'll have assault mode be like what the example is for the character to be used. So first things first, Green Gother we always slap on the team because he's just a staple in my opinion. We always like to run Green Gother. Other characters, as I suggested, would be like Kyo here. You could do in this slot. You could do like Ludo in this slot. You could do Gus Elizabeth in this slot. Right, there's just a lot of characters you can definitely run, but because we're running Green Gother, we can't run any other demon type characters, so we wouldn't run like Zeldris, we wouldn't run like Darriere, we wouldn't run like Malasila, unfortunately. There's the other characters we obviously wouldn't run, like even like Fest Zeldris. So, you know, like let's say we put Kyo on the team, because Kyo is just a staple, super strong. You know, he doesn't really have many issues either. And then if you wanted like a really good CC unit in the back, you could just run like the 1 Escanor, because he comes out with single target attacks. You could also run like Goss Elizabeth, is not bad because you have a revive in the back. You know, there's a lot of suggestions you can kind of do, right? And then especially like Purgatory Bond is actually not a bad idea, just for if you have Relic. Yeah, multiple units you can give a shot. You could even do like Death Pierce backline if you really want to like do more damage. But yeah, it's kind of just like up to you. We would put like Goss Elizabeth, let's say, right? And then this could be a good team. You know, there's obviously other options, but this is just like an example of what you could run. But there's multiple teams you can run with Trader Meliodas that will do well. And with all the characters I suggested in this video, you guys can definitely make a really good team with it. Like another team, before we actually wrap up the video, that I would actually use as well would be like, where's my Blue Lilia? I can find my Blue Lilia, like Blue Lilia, Green Gother, Trader Meliodas, and then just like Gossel's backline, or like, you know, the 1 Escanor back, something like that. Just have CC in the back, just so you're able to go first. Because Blue Lilia is gonna lose a lot of CC having pierce rolls. But yeah, like this would be a really, really good team like you can run here, because you're getting 7% attack rate stats every turn. You're getting pierce rate from Lilia onto Meliodas, and Meliodas is just gonna hit super hard. So that's basically my team suggestions for Trader Meliodas. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you guys think, and if this is a pretty cool idea. You know, depending on the team that you can run. So that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.